Welcome back to Golf Extra. Patrick Reed has long been the bad boy of professional golf, whether it was infamously stealing money and items from his collegiate teammates, bending every possible rule to gain an advantage in big tournaments, or just generally being an unpleasant golfer to play alongside. A move over to LIV Golf, the upstart Saudi rival to the PGA Tour, has only seemed to enliven negative opinion of Reed. You'd think he'd be on his best behavior, but as it turns out, he hasn't. In fact, his most recent conflict with one of the PGA's most likable stars has him at an all-time low in the court of public opinion. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now, let's get right into all the details of Patrick Reed's latest outburst. It's no secret that Patrick Reed is a controversial figure across the golf world. Since moving over to LIV Golf, he's only served to heighten this perception, embracing the villain role. This has included being a part of a lawsuit against several major media outlets, issuing several of his signature incendiary quotes against the PGA Tour and its remaining players, and being his usual self. We assume that you know what we mean if you're a fan of golf, but there's plenty of material out there illustrating exactly why Reed is so hated. On the other hand, Rory McIlroy is perhaps the most beloved golfer in all of the sport today. The Northern Irishman has won at the highest level, and his affable yet competitive personality has both kept him at the top of the leaderboards and at the top of his fans' hearts. Since the LIV controversy began, McIlroy has become a sort of a standard-bearer for the PGA Tour, defending it against the detractors and working alongside Tiger Woods to reinvent the PGA Tour in a more modern, uplifted manner. This has naturally caused conflicts with the others on the PGA Tour, including Patrick Reed. All of this culminated in a dramatic meeting at the Hero Dubai Desert Classic. On the first Monday of the tournament during a practice round, Reed and McIlroy clashed in what is now being called Teagate, although the issues didn't take place in the course of normal play. Reportedly, Reed walked up to McIlroy and his caddy wanting to exchange pleasantries, but was given the cold shoulder by the Northern Irishman. Miffed by the rebuttal, Reed reportedly flicked his tee at McIlroy as he walked away, an act that was even captured on video. The conflict inspired fervent commentary on social media and forced both players to comment. First, Reed said, "Because of the relationship I've had with Rory, let's be honest, we've had some great battles at Augusta and other tournaments, and our friendship's been pretty good up until obviously joining LIV. I walked over there and wished Harry, Diamond, McIlroy's caddy, Happy New Year, and then Rory because it is the first time I have seen them. McIlroy was messing with his TrackMan and kind of decided to ignore us. We all know where it came from, being part of LIV. That all checks out, given the dedication through which both players have defended their respective tours. But what about the tee?" Reed continued, "Since my tees are Team Ace's LIV tees, I flicked him one. It was kind of a funny shot back. Funny how a small little flick has turned into basically me stabbing him and throwing a tee at him. But it is one of those things. If you're going to act like an immature little child, then you might as well be treated like one." From Reed's account, it certainly seems like an innocent enough interaction. But as we know, there's always two sides to a story like this, and McIlroy had his as well, saying, "Patrick came up to say hello and I didn't really want him to. From my recollection, that was it. I didn't see a tee, I didn't feel a tee. Obviously, someone else saw that. But it's definitely a storm in a teacup. I can't believe it's actually turned into a story. Yeah, it's nothing." Okay, so he played it off. No big deal, right? But after giving his first quote, McIlroy reconsidered and gave a quote that only set off the social media firestorm further. "Of course, trying to have a nice time with my family and someone shows up on your doorstep and delivers that, you're not going to take that well. So again, I'm living in reality. I don't know where he's living. If I were in his shoes, I wouldn't expect a hello or a handshake. I was down by my bag and he came up to me, and I was busy working, sort of doing my practice. I didn't really feel the need to acknowledge him. So I didn't see a tee coming my direction at all, but apparently that's what happened. And if roles were reversed and I'd thrown a tee at him, I'd be expecting him to file a lawsuit." Whoa, where'd all that come from? And what did McIlroy mean by having a nice time with his family? Stay with us, there's a lot more to this story. We mentioned earlier that Reed was part of a lawsuit. However, it wasn't the one you might know. The most notable lawsuit came when 11 different LIV golfers filed a suit back in August, which accused the PGA of harming the careers and livelihoods of any golfers who have the temerity to defy the tour and play in tournaments sponsored by the new entrant. The tour has done so in an intentional and relentless effort to crush nascent competition before it threatens the tour's monopoly. The PGA Tour countersued, and so goes legal drama such as this. Reed's suit was something different, though. He wasn't involved in that initial live group. Instead, he sued the Golf Channel and a few other media entities for defamation related to his move to live golf. As part of that suit, Reed decided to subpoena Rory McIlroy in order to force him to appear in court as a part of this suit. Not only that, but the subpoena was served to McIlroy on the evening of Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve! No wonder McIlroy was unhappy and unwilling to be friendly with the person who had done this. As it turns out, Reed was probably on the wrong side of Teagate, given that McIlroy had every right to ignore him given the circumstances. All of these issues poetically led to a scintillating final round in which McIlroy and Reed went head-to-head for the win at the Dubai Desert Classic. That's right, there was actual golf tournament going on. Reed stormed back after starting the day at 11 under par, shooting a stunning score of 7 under par to push McIlroy to the brink. To his credit, though, McIlroy held steady. He led to start the day and finished the day with several key putts down the stretch, including clutch birdies on each of the final 2 holes to finish the day 4 under par, and with a victory by a single stroke. After the round, McIlroy tied the whole week together, as he had won this battle in the ongoing war between the 2 players, saying, "I think mentally today was probably one of the toughest rounds I've ever had to play because it would be really easy to let your emotions get in the way. I just had to really concentrate on focusing on myself, forget who was up there on the leaderboard, and I did that really, really well." So, where do we go from here? In the time since the tournament, the players have sought to play down Teagate. After all, McIlroy and Reed don't even compete in the same events very often. One of those rare events is upcoming, though, the Masters. Reed has won a Masters, while McIlroy's best finish was a second-place position last year, so they both could be in contention. With some anticipating that the drama will continue, though, Reed tried to explain things away by saying, "The thing about Dubai is it got blown out of proportion, as if it was something horrible between 2 players when him and I were staying at the same hotel. And both times we saw each other, we said, 'Hi, how you doing?' It was normal. Was there probably some gamesmanship? And probably some stuff going on because of a bunch of other stuff? Is there probably some gamesmanship? One thing that we can count on with Reed, there will always be some gamesmanship, and maybe some other shenanigans. Love him or hate him, Reed will continue to be the bad boy of professional golf." So, what do you think about Patrick Reed's latest debacle? Do you think that he was in the wrong for throwing the tee at Rory McIlroy? Do you think that Reed will ever change his behavior? Be sure to leave us a comment with what you think down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can watch our latest content updates as soon as they drop. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.